Dave, do you see Anthony Page a lot? Anthony Page a lot.
Yeah.
Tell him that thank you for applying my car drive by 11:30 at night to make sure I could get out the next day.
He did it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got it.
Yeah. And then he showed
That
us.
seems to right? And he's in the shop. See him.
Put my glasses on. It's going to be a long meeting.
Don't see.
That's like saying it's gonna be quiet in the yard.
Like saying behind an ambulance calls to me. They stopped up there 3 times. They took off. They think. He was flying from there. Things up. Wow. So he said, just keep moving. They go, oh.
I didn't know it was you.
Yeah. I should have shut the truck off.
It's 6 o'clock.
Please. This is black. United States. One nation.
All right, opening remarks. Welcome to town. The floor is at some point. It's on order. The town state of the town report is done. Link to that on the website. Another announcement, there's going to be a solar eclipse virtual meeting on January 25th for local businesses at 3 p.m. And this is focusing on how to get local businesses involved in this event. They're encouraging lodging, properties, restaurants, retailers, and other local businesses to attend to learn more about the upcoming total solar eclipse on April 8th. There is pre-registration required. For more information, you can call TAC at 518-585-6619, or you can visit www.roost80k.com/eclipse2024. Several committees did not meet in December, so their reports will be short tonight, theoretically. I'd like to thank our many departments for handling the recent storms and the issues that were associated with them, and get ready, there's another one coming this weekend. So, don't have any presentations tonight, but we do have one public hearing that's been scheduled. This one is on the Time Fire District CDBG grant. I'll open the public hearing now. A little background on this. This was put on the schedule last month because at that time of the request, a public hearing and a resolution were necessary as one of the requirements for a town to sponsor a CDBG grant for the fire district. The reason for that grant was to apply for money to aid the fire district in obtaining what was needed to remediate a mold infestation in the district's building. This was simply going to be a pass-through money to the town and then to the district. Municipalities required to sponsor these types of grants, and excuse me, we have done these types of sponsorships for grants before. CDBG program is administered by New York State Office of Community Renewal. Right now, I don't know if this has been overcome by events because they've already started work to remediate that mold, but in order to keep them on schedule, should they require this grant application to go forward, at least conduct this public hearing and have a resolution so that Those check marks are off the table. This is a no cost to taxpayers for this. At this time, if anyone from the public has questions or comments about this, I'll take those. And hearing none, I have a resolution for this to submit one or more community development block grants, CDBG, for the purpose of addressing the mold infestation in the Ticonderoga District's building.
You should motion.
Second.
Oh, sorry. There's no comments. We'll close the public hearing, and the resolution is to submit one or more community development block grant applications for the purpose of addressing the mold infestation in the Ticonderoga Fire District's building. And again, I will move it.
So second.
Any other discussion on it? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. Okay, so with that, we have no presentations. As I said, we'll go right to committee reports. The first one is the airport committee, and Tom Thatcher is not here this evening, so I will handle that for him. Meeting was on January 3rd. Did you get minutes from John? Okay, they're in the package. Okay, so minutes are attached. Just real quickly, some of the things that were discussed. We had the airport consultant come in to brief the airport committee on the upcoming airport plan for the future. We discussed land expansion for the airport and hangar space, as well as a proposal for an open fly-in event, which is currently still in discussion. There's more information in the minutes. If you have any questions, you can always get with Tom Thatcher. And that's all I have for airport committee. The next meeting for the airport should be on February 6th. And that, we're going to two resolutions that I have here for the airport. Resolution number 1, authorizing the supervisor to execute New York State Department of Transportation application for payment, certificate number 6, for the New York State share of Cerro Associates invoice number 17257, and a partial portion of Real Construction Company Incorporated SOC number 4F for the state matching share for the aircraft apron reconstruction and taxiway rehabilitation. And I just need a motion on that one.
I'll move it.
I have a second.
Second.
All right, any discussion? Both of these are so we can get the state's share of the payment back to the town, reimbursement. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Carried. Second one is a resolution authorizing the supervisor to execute New York State Department of Transportation final application for payment, certificate number 2F, for the state matching share of the runway 220 pavement rehabilitation program. Everyone jump at once.
I'll so move it.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Carried. All right, that's all I have for airports, so we'll go to buildings, grounds, parks, and recs.
Okay, I only have 3. Everybody knows the gates are up. They serviced the furnaces today and capped the chimney at the library, in case anybody wants to know. That's it.
And didn't you put a new light on the Armory building
Yeah,
too?
no, they haven't done it yet.
They haven't done it yet, but thank you for looking into that. Okay. Okay. Steve Boyce was present for our meeting, and he addressed the committee regarding some library building problems and some repairs that were needed, and those were given to Dave to look into. This does include the bird droppings, the famous bird droppings.
That's what I just
found
said.
in-
That's all taken care of.
Okay. It will cap the chimney, okay. But probably those large vultures that were all over down there anyways. He also noted that the library board has purchased some new chairs for which were beginning to show their age. Because the library request for was not included in the town's DRI plan that was submitted to the state, he asked for the town to help the library relook at the property that was recently purchased for the library, for library use by the town, and help develop a vision for the use of this property. I did note that there were some issues regarding the neighboring pole property that need to be resolved before the new property can be developed. Daylight stream flooding. Maybe you don't know, but it's happened twice lately. I asked about that. What's happening to cause it to not only flood, but to wash out part of the ringway down toward fishing pier in the park. Apparently, debris has built up in the stream and on the grate to the pipe that takes the stream's water underground to the Lachute River. It goes through the park, it takes the water to the Lachute River. This has happened only during unusual rainfall events. To prevent this from happening again, the debris that builds up the stream must be removed periodically, and a valve that controls the water flow must be turned to their proper position before the storm happens to allow the water to flow freely. And this work is to be done by the highway department. This is a big deal. We're looking for the development of a fourth field behind Field 2. And Bill Dahlbeck, who was a committee member, did express some concern regarding the industrial restrictions that were placed on this property. The area is not level and will need a large amount of fill because extensive deep digging will not be allowed. Proper drainage must also be included. Because there is a need for another playing field and space on town property for the town soccer teams, the committee plans to continue moving forward on this project. Remaining 2023 budget money for Parks and Recreation will be encumbered and has been encumbered for this project. The development must be carefully planned and executed. James Chauncey, the Recreation Supervisor, made a report, and he said with the use of the Armory Gymnasium in high demand, he has been able to arrange the big basketball to the high school facility. Pickleball is also very popular with senior citizens, and he has been able to negotiate more playing time in the Armory Gym for them. His biggest need is space for activities, not equipment. He plans to use the space on the third floor of the Armory for an exchange of children's sporting equipment, such as mitts and cleats. And I think it's a great idea. And the next part of the meeting is Tuesday, January 16th. And I want to thank Mark for not only helping us purchase and plant our Christmas tree. It was a topic for many of our citizens, but also in the concern for public safety, he is paying for the two bleachers, which will be first purchased. One will be on Field 3 and one will be on Field 2. So thank you.
Okay. Economic Development Committee will not meet in December. The next meeting will be January 17th. Highway Committee, I don't know, David, if you wanted, they also did not meet. Do you have anything regarding highway?
I got the minutes from the meeting.
There was no
You didn't meet in
They-
December. You probably have.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I know. Yeah, well, the truck, he does have two trucks down.
And
And you can manage short, they're not plowed.
Miles down again.
Yeah, the electrical issue, the sidewalk plow. Yeah.
I think.
And then he has a truck up in E-Town and he's short a couple men too. So today the police department didn't get plowed. Scott was telling us, so Derek is good. If Sal can't do it, Derek is gonna come in and do it. Cause that storm ended in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And it screwed everything up.
I didn't hear you say what was wrong with the sidewalk plow because I have
It's
noticed
an
it.
electrical issue.
Because the kids are walking in the street again, it's not good. Do we need to purchase a new machine? That one's not, that's the point.
They had trouble with it after, but it was something else.
Disappointing.
No prognosis on how long it will take.
But he was hoping for a part to come in today, I don't know if it did or not.
It
Or
didn't,
maybe he was talking about next
it
Wednesday.
didn't commence.
It did. He told me Wednesday, I was assuming it was just yesterday, I'm sorry. It didn't come in. Maybe next Wednesday.
Well, somebody cleared most of the mock concrete, I don't know who did that.
They use the truck.
Use the truck. So,
Okay, municipal for the pool evaluation, Tom Thacker, they also so we'll wait for the next report when they meet again. Public safety did not meet in December. Anything you would like to add for public safety?
Well, these guys, Alan talked me, said that Walmart came down, you know, they got the guy and all that stuff. Well, they come down and they asked him what was the wish list. And he told me he wanted a new building, a new car, or some guns. Didn't Scott say guns? So they said that they were gonna call corporate and,
Good for them.
so if we get the building. No, that's all that's happened.
I have one thing, I got contacted by Josh Cook at the school today, from Bus Garage. They, and I sent all this, I forwarded his email to everyone. They are requesting to put up some school bus stop signs, because they're having, recent occurrences of people going around the bus when they're bringing kids on and off. They've already purchased the signs. They've already, I think they talked to you today, Tanya, they talked to Sal.
I was up there.
Okay, so it's just a matter of, getting board approval to do that and having Sal put up the signs in the desired locations. I think they're all town roads. They're talking about
I got the map.
Calkins and,
Yeah.
and Lake George,
George
right?
and Amherst.
Yeah.
And they put one on Amherst where I had them put the stop sign last year. I put a no parking from the bus traffic in the parking lot up.
Yeah,
But Jen said today it was useless, they still park there.
yeah, I told John, usually we move this through the public safety committee or the highway committee, but, I mean, if we're all in favor of this, it should probably go up as soon as possible to remind people. Kids' safety is more important. Going through a procedural all here. So everyone's good with that?
Yes.
Well, I got one other quick thing on the senior bus, our good old senior bus. I went up today and saw Josh and he's gonna take one of the manual handles off of one of the old buses.
Yeah.
And I went up and got the senior bus, took the measurements and went up there and we're gonna put the manual on in case that switch ever goes again.
We've got 3 more switches now.
Yeah, I know. That's always been.
Is this still under warranty?
I don't think so.
It's been a while.
I have to look. But
Were you my guy?
but they're taking our order off the bus, so it will work out.
I don't know why I didn't come like, begin with, but, okay.
Can I just interrupt with something else?
Yeah.
Last year, it came up about the fact that there's a problem with parents parking close to the school and the buses were having trouble maneuvering on Amherst. We haven't done anything like that.
No, we put the no parking on the corners there, the lines for that, and we also eliminated that one parking space near the crosswalk.
But the problem is the time, because it says 3 o'clock, and 3 o'clock, these girls can tell you, that's when everybody's there. Yeah, the signage needs to be improved. Especially the one talking about Amherst or Prescott. It's a little crazy there.
Okay, we'll look at that. Right, that's all I have. I'll have Sal, we'll go ahead and stop. I'll tell him to get the, job on this morning's. Public Works did not meet in December. Solution for Public Works, and I don't know, Matt, if you want to talk about the WQIP thing before I do the resolution or from that. I mean, we're gonna accept it anyway. But
Yeah, just,
recent news may affect how we go forward.
yep. Just by way of update for the public, we had put in for a pretty large sewer project, and you can imagine our need exceeds available funding in terms of what we need to do with the collection system and the sewer plant. But we did take an aggressive move last year and put in for a $30 million project, which, you know, if you borrowed that would be rather expensive. But we have secured pretty good rounds of funding to date with the new one that just came in. Total project cost was $30,974,000. We got a bipartisan infrastructure law, which is we call it VIL funding, that's the federal money that Congress adopted a couple of years ago. The town was awarded $8,459,500. The town in December, actually just after the town board meeting, received a water improvement grant of $7.743 million. So, you know, right there was $16 million grants that the town secured out of $30 million, which is a tremendous amount. The gap, there's always going to be a debt component. So we applied for we call it water quality improvement grants. And the combination of the hope was to secure $10 million. And that over 30 years, 4.6 million, which if you're imagine doing $30 million of work for $4 million in debt over 30 years, nothing's a no-brainer. That's pretty close to you can get. We get the submission, we know what the details yet. We've got just an ambiguous thing. I said, so the grant was awarded because of an issue with the engineer. So we have next week, I think the 19th, to ask for a conference call. Try to get to the bottom of it so we can hopefully apply for it this year. Unfortunately, that's going to set everything back a year. What Mark was talking about, the BIL funding requires a resolution from the town board to accept it, to authorize Mark as supervisor to sign the form, but it also requires us to close the financing by September of this year. And obviously, if we don't have the $10 million W-Equip grant, I don't see the town board authorizing $14 million in debt on the town. So we'll have to work through that with the EFC and just see what happens. But yeah, I think the plan would be to adopt that resolution, say yes, but we're also going to let them know that if you would take the problem, it's not going to go forward unless we get that. So that's pretty significant. There was a big swing to the intended use plan where this funding comes through. The town's second state of the award.
Something is wrong.
It's second in New York State. Federal board's kind of taken that lead because you never it's the states fit that it's going to make a difference to the water addiction. That's really the goal of these funds. So kudos to the town. We just closed it again.
Okay, thanks. All right, so I'm saying the resolution I have is a resolution authorizing the supervisor to execute the acknowledgement and interest in bill funding for Clean Water State Revolving Fund project number C5 1.201100 Affluent Exchange System Evaluation.
Second.
Any other discussion? As Matt said, we will be having conversations to caveats on this, but
Do we want to okay Rob and Hannah to the county to kind of coordinate this?
I think that would be good.
We do. We figure out what we're doing.
Yeah.
Engineering wise and those things will go from there.
Who's Rob and Hannah?
Community development and
All sources, yeah,
community resources. Yeah.
for the county. They've been involved in just about every water issue that we've got. Yeah, we'll do that as well. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. That's all I have for public works. You know, anything for youth?
Oh, no, we did not meet either.
We may really transition for seniors, that's gonna be your bailiwick, but I think they're not meeting anymore until after
April,
sometime.
March or something.
So who's the current,
Marlene Sherpa.
Marlene Charter?
Okay, I don't, anything on health insurance, I don't have anything on contracts. I do have two thrilling announcements from Charter, however, I always look forward to these every month. Let's see, we have some price adjustments from Charter Communications about the program will increase to $19.99 a month. Spectrum TV bundle will increase by $20 a month, great. Spectrum digital terminal adapters will increase to $1.51 a month, and Spectrum receivers will increase by $1.51 a month. And then, there's a website. I'm gonna refer you to your package
Yeah.
to the other increases, the monthly increases. Cruise that in your. The other one is, notice its customers are around February 1, 2024. The following 5 Music Choice channels will be rebranded on all channel lineups. Music Choice Dance, Music Choice Indie, Music Choice Metal, Music Choice Teen Beats, and Thrilling Music Choice Music Online. Those you have been invited. All right, heading into this here. First one is a resolution authorizing the purchase of 2 Star Trans entry door switches for the senior bus from Matthews Bus Alliance.
Yeah. Make it one.
Second.
Oh, we have,
Yeah, I did.
I ordered. Yeah.
All in favor?
We had a deal with Jerry, I ordered that, didn't we?
I can guarantee you.
Well, her and I are about 2 hours ordering that.
I can guarantee you, we will never have another problem with that bus door switch, especially.
Oh, yeah.
All right, likewise, I have a resolution authorizing the creation of a purchase order of Matthews Bus Alliance for senior bus entry door switches. Total purchase price will be $205 and attachment $15, including shipping. Okay. Wait a second.
Second.
All in favor?
I,
Aye, opposed, carried.
Now, does this has to be installed by somebody?
Already done.
Already done? Okay.
Johnny on the spot. Financial resolutions, first group, resolution authorizing the following budget transfers. First group is to fund under budgeted highway account for contingency. Balance after contingency is $11,999.56. We are moving 44 cents from contingency to highway workers' comp. We are moving 32 cents from contingency in sewer and water to water workers' compensation. We are transferring the fund under budget accounts in general for $700, and that is going into Justice HSA, Finance HSA, and Code Enforcement HSA, those dollar amounts. And the final in this group is to transfer funds to under budgeted account for budget correction in general, total of $3,789.40 from Constable Sergeant 1 to Officer 5. Any motion on
I'm willing.
Second, I'm sorry, we're all asleep.
that? Any discussion on that? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Next is a resolution authorizing the following budget adjustments, funding the account by water fund balance for budget correction in the amount of $24,418.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. A resolution authorizing the following budget adjustments. This is to reducing pay lines for budget corrections due to collective bargaining agreement. Sergeant 1 and 2, both in the amount of $11,103.08, and then $11,318.67.
I'm willing.
Just to make it clear, those were amendments, not adjustments.
Yeah, okay.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Next is a a resolution authorizing the following interfund transfers, is to transfer funds from general to the Eagle Lake Water Project, amount of $127.50.
Second.
Discussion, all in favor? Aye. Dave did aye. Yeah. Opposed, carried.
Thank you for making this, it's shorter than the last one.
You can thank Amy for that, because I only
Thank you.
get what she gives me.
It's the beginning of the year.
A resolution authorizing the following interfund loans, for group here is to transfer funds from general to airport pavement project until funding is received in the amount of $13,413.84, and then the other one is to transfer funds from general to Lachute Water Project until funding is received in the amount of $4,080.00. So,
Second.
discussion, all in favor? Aye. Opposed, carried. We have a resolution here to provide an amount not to exceed $3,000 in occupancy tax funds to the Ticonderoga Area Chamber of Commerce for the purpose of mowing the boat launch overflow parking fields, which directly support the 2024 fishing tournament schedule. We'll talk about that once we have it on.
I'll move it.
Second. Okay, this is, the port reduced their budget this year, so they are not gonna continue to pay for someone to mow those fields. The area is used, it's down in the boat launch. The area is used for overflow parking for the numerous fishing tournaments that we have. I think this year, is one of the national locations for the fishing tournament. We still have money left over from our occupancy tax funds, even after the micro grant, and that's what this stuff is really used for, is tourism, so that's why I put that on the table. Any other discussion or questions on that?
Do we do it more with the gang?
No, I'm kidding, we would give the money to the chamber would give the money to the fort would pay them.
Oh, okay.
It's a long story, if you wanna know why I did it that way, get me on the meeting. All right, any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. This next one is an interesting one, and it's directly applicable to the one that comes up after it. This is a resolution to rescind resolution number 277-2023 that was brought by Tom Thatcher and seconded by Joyce Cooper. That was to transfer the property of 130 The Portage to Essex County for eventual transfer to the Essex County Land Bank. For all discuss. Any motion?
I'll move it.
Second. Okay, discussion on this. We are going to transfer the property directly to the land bank. So what we had done before was to give it to the approval, to give it to the county, to give it to the land bank. So we're pulling that back, and now the next one will give it directly to the land bank. Just procedure. Any discussion, questions about that? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. So the next resolution is approving the conveyance of the property of 130. Need a roll call. Oh, yeah, right. You voted yes.
Davis. Margaret.
Yes.
Joyce Cooper. Keith Town.
Yes.
The next one is a resolution approving the conveyance of to the Ticonderoga Historical Society for the sum of $1 and authorizing the supervisor to execute any and all deeds, tax forms, and other.
Wait a minute, because we.
Yeah, I didn't read the whole thing, did I?
Well, you didn't do the next one because we made you kind of lose your plan, I think. You need to do the conveyance, you did the rescinding.
So we needed the roll call for the rescinding too? Oh, I didn't know that, that's why I didn't do it.
Yeah.
So,
Now do conveyance for one.
No, that's fine. So, following the rescinding, we have a resolution approving the conveyance of the property at 130 The Portage to the Essex County Land Bank Corporation for the sum of $1 and authorizing the supervisor to execute any and all deeds, tax forms, title forms, and other forms necessary to carry out such conveyance. The resolution shall take effect immediately, and now we need a roll call.
Well, you first and second.
I'll move
Second.
Okay, good, thank you. Roll call.
Dave Woods.
it. Yeah.
Mark Wright.
Yes.
Joyce Cooper.
Yes.
Tom Thatcher is absent. Heath Town.
Yes.
Next. See you when it's short. Resolution approving the conveyance of property at 140 to the Ticonderoga Historical Society for the sum of $1. Authorizing the supervisor to execute any and all deeds, tax forms, title forms, and other forms necessary to carry out such conveyance, provided that the deed shall include a right of reversion to the town, such that in the event the Ticonderoga Historical Society ever attempts to sell, convey, or develop the property, or use it for any other purpose except for the historic preservation of such property, title to the property shall revert to the town, it being the intention of the town board that the property shall be preserved without development. This resolution is subject to permissive referendum. The town clerk is directed to publish a notice thereof as required by law. Motion.
Second.
Discussion on this? Anyone?
Is this the hilly portion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's been trying to get it for a while.
Yeah,
but
we have.
I was holding out because I wanted information. So.
If anyone wonders why this one requires the permissive referendum and the land bank does not, it's because the statute authorizing the conveyance of a land bank to the land bank does not require permissive referendum.
It's a good idea.
There's no decision from the historical society.
Okay. All right, roll call please.
Dave Woods.
Yeah.
Mark Wright.
Yes.
Joyce Cooper. Yes. Tom Thatcher absent. Heath Town.
Yes.
Next is a resolution authorizing the supervisor to apply for the 2023 Adirondack Park Community Smart Growth Grants under application SG8A, specifically seeking funding for the enhancement of the community ice rink and the preservation of the historic cupola of the community building, on the table and all top.
I'll move
I'll second
All right, as everyone knows, a number of projects did not go forward with the RI. Two of those were the skating rink and any work on the community building. Probably was sitting in the back, lurking, not making a sound. Has offered to go forward with this grant application process to see if we can get some money for these two endeavors. It'd be nice to see the cupola fixed up a little bit. And I think probably the most important part of the skating rink first is getting a chiller so that you can
Yeah, so you can have ice.
ice. I think ice is kind of important for skating.
I'd say so.
But would like the board's approval for them to go out and do that for us.
I'll move
Look at you,
I'll
John.
second it.
Well, you already did. You were just talking about
It's
it
been
now.
big.
Well, you already did it.
Yeah, but it's the thing too, so you're, okay.
Yeah.
I know.
I see you're consistent.
I wanted to make sure you heard it.
Okay. You haven't done the application yet.
Whenever we get through this. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
I have a question, how much money is usually available through these grants?
Was it on?
140,000 for project or 300,000 for one commission that has to be catalytic. Especially catalytic and compelling, so we opted for two important yet not catalytic projects.
Okay, that's a lot.
Yeah, should help.
Yeah.
I have a resolution to adopt the sick leave donation policy. I know that's in your role. Sure.
Second.
Okay, any other discussion? Hopefully we never have to use it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. A resolution authorizing the expenditure of $16,000 in ARPA funding to the Chilton Volunteer Fire Company request to recover the loss of revenue due to the COVID pandemic.
I'll move
Second.
Discussion. This they requested some time ago,
Yes, I do.
but I've been holding out to see what other projects for that require ARPA funding. We're coming towards the end now, so.
How long does that money hang around?
So it has to be obligated by this December. It has to be spent by December of 2026.
Okay.
Any other discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. Resolution to schedule a public hearing for February 8th, 2024 at 6 p.m. to discuss the town's use of the former railroad property at the intersection of Defiance Street and the Portage. Would you move?
Move, yeah.
Okay. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All right, I would like to get the public's input, at least one or two public hearings as to what they think we should do with the property. I think I already know what I would like to do.
I hope we ask some key players to attend.
Yeah, we'll have to, there's a couple of key players, like,
Yeah.
the ones who are gonna be most affected by this.
Yeah.
As I said, I think I know what I wanna do with that. I'm sure you guys will already form a conclusion. We talked about it last time, but it's time to get this thing moving and hear what the public ideas on this are. Put it to bed. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. A resolution to accept the minutes of the December 14, 2023 regular town board meeting, December 29, 2023 end of year meeting, and the January 4, 2024 organizational meeting. Favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. A resolution to pay the abstract. I'll move it. Second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. Resolution to accept the supervisor's report as submitted.
Move it.
Second.
We're down the first one today.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. That is all I have for resolutions. I do have a subject on security measures. Dave, I want to thank you for getting those gates installed down the stairs with the elevator. These will go active at some date yet to be determined. I would like to get some two locks that are identically keyed.
We're gonna need a lot of that.
We have some visitors.
We need a lot of,
Keys, we need a lot of keys.
so that's gonna have to be another discussion too.
Yeah.
Who we thought is gonna be getting them.
Just for everyone's information, we have begun locking all the first floor rooms, which are basically the bathrooms, because everything else is usually locked. We started on court day yesterday, but it's my opinion that that should be just a regular end of the day procedure from this point on. Although the likelihood of having someone in the area when they're not supposed to be in is more likely during court, we can't guarantee that it wouldn't happen on any day of the week. And so it's good to have the first floor locked up, buckled up. So if you're all okay with that, we'll just implement that policy officially. Got your gate for finance, did you find anything else?
Yeah, that's something I gotta bring in, so we can get the board approval.
Okay.
For self-clothing, because, you know, just you and Becky going in and out, the self, not you.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Amy, but I mean, you were over there too, but whatever.
Yeah.
She does have a well too. Yeah, again, just key for your information, this is some sort of Dutch door gate at the finance office to deter people from who want to do something other than mobile, from just going in and doing it. It's, none of these measures are gonna eliminate a determined threat, but they do deter or prevent somebody from escalating to more violent. Most people, when they see it, the gate or chain, they're gonna stop. Just, oh, I'm not allowed in there. Someone who wants to do harm is gonna do it no matter what. But, you know, I'm pretty determined to ensure the safety of the staff and the visitors who come to the public building while, you know, still making sure the public has access to the services they need in the building. But rather be prepared and have these things done than say, I wish we had done it after the fact.
If that don't work, we'll get a flag one.
That'll stop anybody. Stop you that day. Okay, that's.
Can I ask how many gates we got? I saw the one at the top of the stairs.
There's one at the bottom of the elevator.
That's it for now?
Yeah. I don't want to put gates all over the community,
Okay.
but these two are good just to.
Yeah, because this
to
area,
secure the bottom.
yeah, this is a scary area.
Yeah.
Okay.
My favorite subject, bicentennial clock. I'd like you all to think about what we want to do about the clock.
Don't say don't do anything.
And you're going to say that. Do we move it, replace it? Do we replace it? Do we relocate it? We'll keep it where it is. We also have to consider the DRI streetscape be coming up within a year or two. I don't know what that's gonna do or anything. I don't know, I don't think we had a clock in it. I think the clock was in the park.
It's in the streetscape plan.
Was the clock in the streetscape plan?
Yeah, at the
Okay.
entrance to the park, a village green.
So that might be something we just wanna hold off on until we start seeing the streetscape plan materialize, assuming the state approves it, which I'm sure they'll at least
Is it
approve.
still working?
Just one side.
One-
Well, I mean, that's better to know.
Well, you don't get the phone calls, you know, your clock doesn't work on this side, that side doesn't work. For the last 3 years.
Apparently, nobody looks at the time from the south side.
Not many people talk about the bridge side, but it's the other two sides.
A lot of people have watches.
Or the bottom, they're bottom.
But, you know, they notice it when it's not working.
A town clock is a big thing. I know it's not a necessity.
I'd like to see the temperature.
But that was a big deal.
That's all. So, how many did you have?
The annual core audit needs to be done, and I do believe Tom Thatcher volunteered to do that, so we need another person to volunteer to do the core.
I did it last year. I don't think much Joyce, you guys are fine.
Are you offered to do it?
Doesn't matter. Nobody wants to do it, I'll do it. If they don't,
What a trooper.
who's done it? Pick somebody.
Okay, you too. Thank you. Keith is next year.
Get prepared. Good luck.
It's not fast.
Almost as exciting as the Comcast.
Actually, both are interesting.
Matt, anything you want to discuss?
Just the, children need late funding. It's that time of year, December, January, they're drinking water funds and clean water. We talked about clean water earlier. We can get an update. They chose to take late funding. It's rescored in this year's round. And grant increased from 3 million to 5 million. So estimated cost 13.9 million, 5 million EFC grant, 4 million still on the table for 1.3 million through EFC and EPA for disadvantaged communities. Leaves net project cost right now 3.6 million over 40 years, 105 users. That's debt is $858 a year per user, which obviously is
You get it down more.
not so we're driven into is maybe something that rates here. 5 to 6 a year, which is ballpark what the district's paying. So even litigation things like that, executive session, stuff, but it's a great given. So it's good. That's what we have for this.
Is there anything out there?
We would like to discuss, moving forward with district if possible. Obviously, it's going to be time for that. Or to move forward with it. As you know, we have paper which is pretty much now for 2023. Which is huge for us. Just so you know, the Ticonderoga we are board just for asking for 70,000 to get us started. Like we did last year. Feel free
Comments?
all in favor, but, for sure.
I guess I mean, I've been a big supporter of EMS. $70,000 in 22 and 120 in 23. What I believe EMS needs, and I'm not slamming you, Renee, believe they need an operations manager who has experience in budgeting, and in payroll and accounts receiving and expenditures. If the town board is gonna pursue an EMS district, I would almost want that contract to state that whoever the vendor becomes has a position like that in the organization. These guys do a fantastic job at what they're doing in terms of saving lives.
So can I just, I've been the operations manager for the last 6 years. And we do have a financial, you're talking about financial officer, who goes over our books and everything that we do. That's what we have trustees for. We have 2 business owners for trustees now. That's what we have a treasurer for.
I don't believe they're doing those types of duties that I'm talking about.
Okay, so do other departments require this as well?
Other departments of what?
Like the fire department?
Fire department.
And commissioners.
Commissioners are the same as trustees, basically.
Yeah. You have to talk to the fire department about that.
Yeah, they have commissioners, we have trustees.
If we form an EMS district, I believe that is a position that is necessary. The other board members may not agree with me, but if that was not part of the package, I would vote it down.
So why was that not something that was brought up before? Like now, we've talked about Stickford for a while now, and now this is something else that just came to the table. That's why.
Because the board keeps getting requests for requirements, which, when they're presented to us, we respond to them, and then you come back and you say, well, we don't need that much, how about just this much? So I'm wondering, how is you're calculating the dollar request that you're asking for?
Can you give me an example?
Sure, got it all right here. You had requested, $200,000 back in, was it 2023? And then, you said what we really only needed was 140,000. And you actually sent me an apology stating, I'm sorry, I don't know why I did that. There was a request, I think this year for $550,000.
That was for the district.
There was a request for $550,000, and now it's not $550,000. And I told you at the time in an email transmission that when you come to the board and you ask for a number and you come back with a different number, you are creating an atmosphere of kind of mistrust, but we don't know where you're getting this information from, and the numbers keep changing. So
When I moved to see him after they made their first request,
I'm gonna be there.
it would, he did, because I came back and told him. But that's when they started putting their revenues in, that's why they came back with a lower amount. They were trying to make it more palatable for the taxpayer, and so they included their revenues.
And this is just me speaking, and everyone, feel free to speak up.
Am I right? Is that what happened?
Exactly. This was our first year taking on Crown Point, we didn't know where our revenue was gonna be. That's why we're lowering the amount that we need.
Well, that was the other thing. Crown Point was not, when we had the budget discussion this year, Crown Point was not paying the percentage.
And we went back.
It'd be nice if you let me finish.
Okay.
Crown Point was not paying the percentage, was equivalent or proportional to the calls that were made. That's been rectified.
Yes, it has. And Fulham has been rectified as well.
I would almost feel better if this board is gonna give another $70,000 to hire EMS. I would almost feel better if it was almost on a reimbursable type plan, kind of like a grant. And I talked to Matt about this earlier, and I don't know that we've actually verified that that's something that can be done or that it's feasible or how difficult it is, but it'd almost be better from an accounting standpoint as, you get the board agrees as to a cap on that. You get a bill, you invoice us, we pay you back, rather than just throwing $70,000 worth of it.
Would you repeat that? Seriously?
You're serious, isn't it?
Yeah.
I would be more in favor of a plan that has more money like a grant, which is reimbursable. We decide upon a maximum, say $70,000 that they'll get. But we don't give them $70,000. They give us an invoice and then we pay them for that invoice.
Monthly?
Whatever we decide to do. That way we actually see where those costs are going, rather than just a thought that I have.
You see our budget.
Yeah, so for me, it sounds like.
You're not hearing me, I'm talking about you actually paying for something and setting an invoice for what we reimburse you for. It's not the same as a budget.
No, she was saying you see our budget, so you see where we're spending it, like,
No, I don't, I just see a number, you've got hundreds of numbers in your budget, but if we're only giving you $70,000, I don't know what you're spending it on. It doesn't say this line here is using the 70,000, this line here is using the 7,000. You're misunderstanding what I'm saying. I'm more in favor of a reimbursement process where you tell me what you spent the money on, and then we send you.
So we get an insurance bill, we send it to you and say we need $2,000 for is that what you?
Yeah, 70,000 minus 2,000.
Okay. So you see.
Yeah.
It's just.
I mean, if you want me to be flexible, you're gonna have to be.
We are.
we, as a, younger person in EMS, we don't get great pay because we have to compromise that. And I'm fine with that because this is my community that raised me. I am serving back. But we're reaching out because, eventually with inflation and everything too, there's going to have to be raises if you want to get other people in the community to help. And that includes uniform costs. I have to go out and buy my own, uniform when it comes to my pants and my shoes and everything, because we unfortunately don't have the full cost. We have we can get job shirts, we can get winter jackets. But, if we had the more funding or the opportunity, that's what attracts these new EMS workers. You're gonna want.
I understand that's why you would pursue a district.
Yeah.
I'm not saying against the district. Nobody heard me say that. What I said was, if we're gonna have a district, let's have someone in the organization who is skilled in expenditures, and receipts, and budgets. You guys are lifesavers, you're not accountants.
He's talking about a business person.
Yeah.
That's why we have two business people on the.
You do not have, you do not have people who do this kind of thing. You have people who overlook your books.
I was talking about the two trustees that we have that run the business.
We can agree to disagree that we're not talking about the same thing.
If we go on with the 70,000 reimbursement thing, how soon can we get to district? I mean, is this going to carry on until?
You need a map planning report before you do a district.
Did you think that was feasible what I gave you today?
I don't know. You want to explain what you
Matt, today, one of the members that works for the county checked and said that the town of Lewis just formed a district and that county paid for it, for the map planning report.
No, it's real property is the one that they called, the map plan reporting is already done, they didn't have to pay a thing for it.
No, so I said,
Happens that
Yeah, I mean, it's already
I
done.
gave it to him. I thought it's not up to us to call, it would be up to him to fight.
That's why I gave it to Dave to give to Mark.
Does that sound logical? Yeah. But there was a guy in the background when we were talking, he said that we didn't pay a penny,
Yeah, they just did it.
so.
How would that, you still need to, the referendum to approve that MPO.
Correct.
How soon could that happen? I mean, realistically.
You wouldn't have your public hearing until April. And then your referendum would be probably June, July.
And then the district would be formed.
But you'd be funding it in 2025.
So
Because you don't have a budget on it.
this reimbursement thing is gonna be going on for a while, and if we,
It's not gonna be going on for a while, it'll be going on for $70,000, that was the ask. The other thing is, once you've got the MPO, it's gonna be voted on. If it's not voted on, the district doesn't go forward.
Correct.
So just so that I understand you correctly, when it comes to, when you're asking for an operations manager, is that before the 70,000 is given?
Saying that would be what I would like to see in a contract to a vendor for an EMS district. Just so you know, when the town creates an EMS district, it's contracted to a vendor, like not necessarily you, it could be anybody. So I would personally want to see in that contract that there's some sort of operations manager with those skills that I'm talking about, developing budgets and doing cost accounting, things like that.
So Marvin, legally, Chilson, the vendors also,
Chilson is contracted by the town of Ticonderoga,
so they have the operations managers and everything else.
as they have. And I don't care what they have at this point. At this point, for an EMS district, this is the first district I've from. I would like to see something like that.
But in general, funding. What do you think?
So if we hire somebody that may make a difference in what we
Go into your budget, yeah, just like any other employee. Yeah. That, of course, when you get the district, you're pulling in all the usually non-event properties that help drive the cost per thousand down. But that would be, that individual would be part of your budget, and of course, that all goes into what the eventual levy amount is. I'm all in favor of the district. I just hope that you guys would have gone out and gotten the total number that you needed to petition the board to do it, because this board decided that was the proper way to do that. And they decided that because it looks better for the public to tell us that they want an EMS district than the town telling the public, you're getting an EMS district, time to vote on it. But that, you didn't get enough properties to make the petition process work. So if we have to do this from a board standpoint, I have no problem with that. Yeah.
And then the time slot you just said, that's the, nothing any.
You're setting this.
Yes.
So, excuse me, so do you want us to come through grant meetings or do you?
Do we have the actual phone number?
Yes.
Is it about county road property?
Yes.
Oh. Dave Wainwright.
Do you want it or?
No, I can call Dave.
Okay.
You'll get it quicker now.
Yeah.
You know, FYI, this isn't gonna make a decision in what we're talking about tonight, but, some right media saying, the town of Lewis had this, the town gives them 215,000 and they got 308 calls this year. The town of Lewis, E-Town had 517 calls and the town gives them 570. So we're no out of line at all. Or in regard,
I totally. Disagree with that.
And especially with the upcoming classes to get ALS providers and agency also the district, you know, we have to hire full time for it's pretty.
Yeah. It's as well.
Yeah.
How about you? What's the status of the two additional?
So we have the approval one, which you already know. We put in for 4 more, and we basically be 2 more. Which just to keep the younger. So.
So EMS had asked right now the county pays the salary of.
No, we pay the salary.
They pay the salary of an individual. Is it 1 or 2 now? Wasn't it 2 at once in the summer?
It was.
So they have 1 paid county benefits portion individual, and they asked for 4 additional, but they live with 2 additional. I think the county is probably going to give them the 2 additional bodies.
So if you work, where we came up with that, if you work it out, the wages was a little bit cheaper than the benefits. So the county pays the benefits, so we were just looking, saving some money. So we asked if they would do the 4, but we're gonna get 3. So.
Well, that saves a lot of money.
Yes, yes, it would. But that's what we were, that's what we asked the county for those positions, because the wages is cheaper than the benefits, so.
Can you request it like ALS or EFT or whatever? Or do they-
Waiting on North Country to put class for it.
And even the counties have problems getting paramedics.
There is the room.
Yes, yeah. So that's why we went to the county, because we figured, you figure it out, it's cheaper just to pay the wage and let the county pay them. And then, like you said, they also have health insurance, they get into the retirement plan, which, through retention, so.
Just did a budget, you know what that means.
Yes. So,
How many paid employees do you have? When I asked you before, I think you had said 11 they were full time, but
No, they're not.
I think we're at like 14. But to me, the future is all paid. I don't see if any emergencies going to. So we still do.
It's nice to have volunteers, but you cannot.
It's a trade. That's the biggie.
but second approval. Because it's really constant, and those were volunteer, paying anybody for a second approval. So, a lot.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
We did
Curiosity, your calls are lip assist. I hear them all the time. Do you actually break that down?
Yeah.
So how it would.
These lift assists do turn into something also, they might get called out as a lift assist and it could be a broken hip. So unfortunately, it does sound like that.
But is that scenario a majority, or is it just?
There's-
50%, say, assist.
Because you don't get paid for lift assist if it's just a lift assist.
Well, I hope when you came to my house, you didn't call it lift assist, because it was much more than that. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, that's just how a lot of people call it. Yeah. But I can understand because that was part of it. Yeah.
Okay, so I will call Dave Wainwright, county, at your property, and ask him about that. You can send that to us, I'll send it to Matt. Yeah. Now, regarding the 70,000. You know, money comes from Joyce. It's not budgeted. Didn't tell the taxpayers they have to pay that, so it comes from fund balance. We can't keep pulling money out of fund balance.
Well, I think this is one of the best reasons to pull money out of fund balance that you can get.
No argument here.
So that, okay, then I say we.
But the fact remains, we cannot continue to pull money out of fund balance. We have floating projects like airport projects, water projects, all that money comes out of fund balance until it's reimbursed by the state of.
But it will be reimbursed eventually.
Yes, but if you got too many projects open, you're gonna run dangerously low if there's an emergency.
But if you base it on priorities, I think this is absolutely number one.
I might agree with that. I'm trying to get back here, just trying to jump to the pins. You wanna do up to 70,000, you wanna just pull it out of fund balance, do you wanna do a reimbursement process? And if that even works, Matt, you can. Personally, I express my opinion, I would like to see what we're paying for.
I don't think they have a problem.
It sounded like they had a problem with that.
The way that it came out in the beginning was almost like you didn't trust where we were spending the money. It's,
So maybe,
Yeah, that's where every they don't. Either we have to. Very that we have to do in terms of any kind of document. I guess in the interim, let's have a solution that has that caveat. I guess a resolution to provide $70,000 to Tide EMS with a provision that we have an agreeable contract or agreement that is on a reimbursable basis. Invoices will be submitted to the town, and the town will pay those invoices up to a maximum amount of $70,000.
How often would those invoices happen?
As you know, the town operates on a monthly basis.
So would they have to, they would do that monthly or?
I would assume that they gather what those are every month and provide them to the town at least a week in advance before the end of the close of the month, so that they can get in the abstract and get paid.
we have to have all invoices by noon on Friday before the town board meetings.
Again, remind me that $70,000 coming from. That's the motion on the table.
Well, I'll move it.
I'll second for discussion.
All right, any discussion on
I know the budget's tight. You know, we do the 70,000 in the form of like a grant for that, but I think speed has to be increased significantly afterward to get a final solution in the form of a district, even though it won't be for until 2025, but, you know, I think definitely a kick in the pants to get it going much faster, because I know that this form will not be sustainable for the year.
No, it's not. Discussion. Okay, then with that on the table, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Again, I'm not trying to be the bad guy here, guys.
That's just, you got your tax bills, you know what's going on.
I believe we're all in favor of the district here. It's just, now we have to go through the hoops, and there's a few hoops to go through. And like I said, the public's gonna have to, or at least the ones that are in the district, which is gonna be all of Ticonderoga, I assume. They'll have to vote on that NPR. And I would strongly encourage you guys to drum this up. I can't imagine there's people out there who would be against this, but there probably are. And as I said, if that gets voted down, we're really in a pickle.
Just looking forward, we have something to kind of put on the table, but the other two towns don't have districts, right? They're just planning on a budget. Ultimately, what's gonna end up, an evaluation for the town board annually is how much that district budget is going to be. It won't have its own separate commissioners like a fire district. It'll be through the town board. But the concern is going forward is making sure that the other towns don't see, oh, I just have a district now, they're going to fund it. What had happened is the town takes an evaluation of whoever it might be, the total budget with the allocation of cost, right? So it's not, you wouldn't have a scenario like
We already reached the point, when we asked them to increase their, funding this year, and told them, we did get the tax district, if we contracted to them, what it would go on based on their total funding. And then say,
A district that is just Ticonderoga, and then they would subcontract themselves.
Yeah.
Because I would be worried about them saying,
It should be budget.
they didn't pay us, we can say we're.
I know you guys are pretty good, I see you sitting.
Then,
You're right there.
Each district, intermunicipal, that town will get to take care of all of this.
That's even more municipal.
Yes.
Would those Crown Point and Putnam have to vote also?
They would.
If they were.
Then what it is, yeah, it's to three tax districts that are paying where in your
Those things do exist in other areas that made this town bigger already then.
showing I may like that right now in the region, but it is doable. It's awful. As it is, a district can cross town boundaries. It can, you can do anything. So it's really, the logistics are very easy to talk. Logistics are.
I can tell you, just getting an intermunicipal agreement with Putnam for a beach.
2 years.
2 years, and that was just one town, 2 towns.
Right.
Well, it's taken us 3 years to get an increase from 6,000. Yeah. Almost 50%.
But
I guess,
Just like
they said they would move here to there, so if you did that,
okay, well, I will call Dave and I'll let everyone know what he provides or what he says. Because I've never, other than telling me this, I never heard this before.
Do you by chance know the consultant that prepared it?
I can find out and like, yeah. Dave,
We'll get it here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I gave it to you.
Shouldn't give it to me. All right, anything else? I don't know if we're probably going funny stories, jokes, and anybody else on the board have anything? Last call?
No.
All right, 1917 adjourned. They want to go on. Do you want to go on?
Have a safe trip.
Thank you.
Or what's that, what they have?
He came home on Saturday, 5 weeks ago.
He was away 5 weeks.
3 UVM and 2
I'll take it.
unfortunately up there. So.
Yeah, sure.